Nephi's divine pattern opens the heavens. Listen to him. Do you not remember the things which the Lord hath said? If you will not harden your hearts and ask me in faith, believing that ye shall receive, with diligence in keeping my commandments, surely these things shall be made known unto you. Nephi recorded it. I call it the divine pattern. The verse comes after Nephi had asked his brothers if they had inquired of the Lord, to which they answered, We have not, for the Lord maketh no such thing known unto us. We might ask, why not? The answer is because they didn't follow the pattern. Humility, asking in faith, and diligently obeying. Nephi tells us the pattern came from God. Do you not remember the things which the Lord has said? If you're humble, submissive, meek, patient, full of love, or if you simply have a believing heart, then ask in faith, believing you will receive, and diligently keep the commandments. Surely you will receive the things you desire. This pattern gave Nephi confidence to follow his father willingly, to obtain the brass plates, to receive knowledge of the tree of life, to construct a new bow, to always remain focused on Jesus, to construct a ship, to confront his brothers whenever that was needed. On the other hand, Laman and Lemuel never believed the pattern came from God and never followed it. They were, however, compelled to be humble by their father, by an angel, by Ishmael and his daughters, by Lehi and Nephi, by the voice of the Lord, by the power of God manifest in Nephi, by the threat of destruction. But becoming humble was the only step of the pattern they ever used, although reluctantly. They never asked, believing they would receive, and they never were diligent in keeping the commandments. So they never received the blessings Lehi, Nephi, and Sam received. They never partook of the fruit. Applying the divine pattern. Step 1. If you will not harden your hearts. King Benjamin taught what that means in Mosiah 3:19. A hard heart. That is the natural man who is always an enemy to God. A soft heart. Becoming as a child. Having a believing heart. Jesus also taught the meek would inherit the earth. So not harden your hearts could also mean developing meekness, placing God and his will ahead of yourself and your will. Step 2, ask in faith, believing ye shall receive. Lehi and Nephi followed this step often. They prayed in faith, believing they would receive. And they both received the promise of their own promised land. They knew the Lord was directing them to a land precious above all other lands. They received faith first. Step 3, with diligence in keeping my commandments. I love this statement from President Spencer W. Kimball. I've learned that where there is a prayerful heart, a hungering after righteousness, a forsaking of sins, and obedience to the commandments of God, the Lord pours out more and more light until there is finally power to pierce the heavenly veil. A person of such righteousness has a priceless promise that one day he shall see the Lord's face and know that he is. That description applies to Nephi. Applying the divine pattern is something all of the prophets in the Book of Mormon did, and all of the prophets today do. President Nelson has also said, "Nothing opens the heavens quite like the combination of increased purity, exact obedience, earnest seeking, daily feasting on the words of Christ in the Book of Mormon, and regular time committed to temple and family history work." Nephi's divine pattern opened the heavens for him, and it will for you and me. Remember, if you will not harden your hearts, and ask God in faith, believing that ye shall receive, with diligence in keeping his commandments, surely these things shall be made known unto you. All things. Surely the heavens will be opened for you, my special family. Be humble. Ask, believing. Diligently obey. Do you not remember the things which the Lord has said? If you will not harden your hearts, and ask me in faith, believing that ye shall receive, with diligence in keeping my commandments, surely these things shall be made known